Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you all are having a fabulous day so far. Today's vlog is actually going to be a continuation from where the last one left off. Without further ado, let's hop back into things where I arrive at the airport for my day trip where things did not quite go as planned. I just got to the airport. Like I mentioned, I'm just doing a quick day trip today, so we will go from Philly to Orlando, turn around, and then go from Orlando back to Philly. I do feel a little ridiculous because I brought my suitcase, my lunchbox, and my backpack with me on this trip. I feel silly because I'm only gone for the day. However, this hasn't ever happened to me on a turn specifically, but I do know people that this has happened to them where they'll do a turn and they get stuck there overnight. If that were to happen to me, I would much rather have all of my stuff like pajamas, a change of clothes, my toothbrush, underwear, like my laptop, just all of my normal belongings with me. I'd rather have everything with me than not have them at all. So that's why I brought all of my stuff. I have had trips before though that were only supposed to be like 2 or 3 days long and they turn into like 4 or 5 days because of weather and getting stuck places and whatnot. I would always just rather be prepared and safe than sorry. I'm gonna grab all my stuff, head into work, and hopefully let's have a good day. So we were supposed to be back home by now. I'm currently in Orlando and thankfully we got here safely, but we got here a lot later than we originally had anticipated. We are about to land, so we're getting ready to do our descent into Orlando, and then we find out that we actually have to divert to Atlanta because the weather is really bad here and there's storms, we can't land, yada yada yada. We then go to Atlanta and we have an aborted landing because I guess there was a lot of traffic on the runway and we just couldn't land. So we had to, we did one of those things where you're like about to land and then it doesn't happen, so you take off again. And so we did that, and then we had to circle around and land again. Now it was really turbulent, like I won't lie, like it was really a bumpy ride coming in. We had a lot of nauseous passengers and a lot of people throwing up, which honestly even I was getting a little nauseous, so totally understandable. Once we got to Orlando and got everybody, once we got to Atlanta and got everybody taken care of, refueled up, and we were finally on our merry way to Orlando. And we just got here. It's around 8 p.m. and now we are gonna do the flight back to Philly, but I just kind of have to laugh because this was supposed to just be like a really simple day, and what do you know, it was not. But it's okay because these things happen, and I am glad that we are going back to Philly tonight, even though it will be really late, because I'll get to go home. And whenever stuff like this does happen, I just try to remind myself that it's all good. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna go home. And I always just have this feeling too when something like this happens and I'm very like inconvenienced, I guess you could say, that God or like a guardian angel is watching over me and it's just like, you're not supposed to be driving right now, or you're not supposed to be on the road at this specific time. You never know like the powers that be that are behind what's going on. We have a little bit of a sunset view. We're gonna turn this plane around and go home. Okay, another new little update. So we're supposed to take off at 9:10 p.m., but that is definitely not going to happen because we had to get new pilots because our original ones timed out. So we're getting new pilots and they're coming from Miami, but they land at 9 p.m. So there's no way that within like 10 minutes they would be able to land that plane, get off the plane, and then get here and take off. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, you guys, so I didn't provide a real-time update here, but thankfully our pilots did arrive from Miami, and then once they got there, we were able to board that plane up and be on our merry way back to Philadelphia. It is currently 12:55 a.m. and I signed in at the airport today at 12:44, 45, 46, 47, around there. Like it was like 12:45 p.m. So this has officially been a 12-hour duty day. I have to laugh because I actually picked up this trip on my day off because I just wanted to get some quick hours in, and I was like, oh yeah, just an easy turn, and then it turned into this long day. But you know what, I cannot complain because I did gain some time with this trip, like because of the diversion and like just the extra time, so I did gain some extra hours of pay. We got back safe and sound, which is what matters the most, and now I get to go home. I am a bit tired though, but once I get in my car, I think I'll just blast some music and try to enjoy my drive home. Okay, fantastic. We are back in the present time now. Speaking of the present time and the future, actually, I am already starting to get really excited for some personal trips that I have planned over the spring and the summer. 2 travel products that I am loving and absolutely will be coming with me are from Away. This is the medium in blush pink, which is now my go-to for checked luggage. And then this I've actually brought with me on every single trip over the last 2 months. This is the hanging toiletry bag in Coast Blue. There are so many different luggage options out there, but I know as a seasoned traveler myself that I can always rely on Away because the features of all of their products make traveling that much easier and more seamless. You don't have to feel like you're dragging your suitcase around with the smooth gliding 360-degree spinner wheels. Your belongings are safe with the TSA approved combination lock. There's so many different zippers and compartments that make for easy organization and packing. When Eric and I recently took a trip to the Jersey Shore, we were able to pack all of his stuff and mine in this suitcase easily. On that same trip and every single trip following, I have brought the hanging toiletry bag with me, and this has been a game changer. You can get 10% off your first order at Away. You just have to click the link in my video description box below or scan the QR code on screen. Thank you so much to Away for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Okay, you guys, so I already know, looking at my countertop right now and just knowing all of the random crap that is shoved in storage under the sinks, I know that I really need to do a deep clean bathroom reset, clean out, organization, whatever you want to call it, which is going to take a while because I need to go through every product individually and make sure that it hasn't expired and make sure that it's something that I'm actually using. However, all of the stuff that is unopened that I know I'm not going to use, I found an awesome organization to donate to because I'll be honest, as a content creator, and I am so grateful for this. Like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm not. I am like so blessed and so grateful for this. I get sent a lot of PR, but a lot of the stuff that I am sent is like skincare products and lotions and stuff that a lot of times I can't use because I have really sensitive skin and I've been having these like crazy breakouts lately, and so I just need to like stick to my routine and just like stick to what I have been doing. I can't really use other types of products, but there's a lot of women and other people who could benefit from these products, and I don't want to just throw them away. That is so wasteful. So I got this box from downstairs where I can just put any and all of my unused skincare products and whatnot, like I was just telling you about. And the organization said too online that they want everything like packed pretty snug in here, obviously I'm guessing so it doesn't break. They were saying that shelters oftentimes really need female sanitary pads and tampons, and I have a lot of these extra ones. I'm not due to get my period for at least another like 3 weeks, so I can definitely keep some of these for myself because I'm gonna need them, but a majority of these I can pack in there too. Here's how my box is looking right now. So I'm gonna put a bunch of pads and tampons and stuff around here, and then I have these Korean skincare masks that honestly, like, they're probably really good, but I just am not gonna use them, and I'll just put those on top. Okay, that looks good. Hopefully I can get these to fit on top. Okay, that actually worked out perfect, and by the time I get this closed up, everything should be snug. I'm getting ready to go head out the door to go do a few errands, and one of those is gonna be to drop this box off in the mail. But I totally forgot to tell you guys the name of this organization. They're actually based in Spokane, Washington. So Project Beauty Share provides personal hygiene, cosmetics, and beauty products to nonprofit organizations who serve women and families overcoming abuse, addiction, homelessness, and poverty to help restore hope and dignity in their lives. We serve as a pass-through agency that supports nonprofit organizations who serve women and their families. We find we can serve a greater number of individuals by directly distributing to our partner organizations in the Pacific Northwest. I just thought it was a really, really cool organization, and I would much rather the products and items that I'm not using go to someone who really needs it and will use them, rather than them just sitting here for years collecting dust or ending up in the trash. I also have these 3 bags of clothes that I'm going to take to Nova, which is another organization that I will tell you all about. I just dropped my clothes off at Nova, which is a thrift store here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Nova stands for Network of Victim Assistance, and here on their website it says Nova is the trusted victim services agency in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, providing counseling, advocacy, community education, prevention, programming, and more. For both of the organizations that I did talk about in today's video, I will put links to them in the video description box below if you'd like to check them out. The next thing that I need to go do is get my box of beauty products right here and mail this out to the warehouse in Spokane. It is such a gorgeous and beautiful day out. I am so happy that we're finally getting some warm spring weather. I paused filming this vlog for a few days, so let me catch you guys up. If you made it to this point in the video, then I'm gonna show you all a little sneak peek from the work trip that I was just able to go on. It was absolutely incredible. I was able to go to Scotland. That will be the next full vlog here on my channel. Something that I meant to do in my last video though was give you guys a reading update. So real quick, I just want to talk to you guys about some of the books that I have recently read. Pretty sure I've mentioned it here on my channel, but Daggermouth was a 5-star read for me. This was a dark dystopian romance book, so definitely check the triggers on it. Wow, it was incredible. If you liked the Hunger Games, but if you wanted something that was a bit spicier and had adult characters, highly recommend. Book 2 also comes out later this year. To Cage a Wild Bird was also a dystopian that I listened to on Audible. I really did like this one. I gave it 4 stars, but I liked Daggermouth just a little bit more. Rise of Ink and Smoke by Pam Godwin was fantastic. It wasn't quite a 5-star read for me. I don't know, I just felt like it was missing something, but the first 3 books of that series, the Frozen Fate trilogy, were fantastic. Last year I read those and I could not put those down. That was a 5-star series for me. The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. This one actually really surprised me how much I enjoyed it, because normally I am not a fan of contemporary romance. Oftentimes I find them kind of boring. The book itself was way more emotional than I was expecting it to be, and even the audiobook made me tear up a few different times. And then I've also recently read My Dreadful Darling by H.D. Carlton, and I have some very mixed opinions about this book because I do love H.D. Carlton as an author. I have read all of her work, but with this one, I was just expecting a bit more, I guess. Like, I still gave it like 4.25 stars, but it was just missing something for me. It felt like certain parts of the plot I was eating up and I was like obsessed and I loved, and then other parts of the book were just so dragged out and so boring. I don't know, it was just a weird read for me, but I did still really enjoy it, and I'm excited for book 2, which was supposed to come out in May, but unfortunately has been pushed to August. I just feel like in general, I have been in such a reading slump. Like, nothing is holding my attention. Nothing has been really like fun for me to read. So I actually started my ACOTAR reread because the new one comes out in October, and I had wanted to wait until it was a bit closer until the new book would come out. But I just was like, you know what, at this point, like literally nothing is holding my attention and I'm finding nothing to be interesting. So I might as well go and read something that I already know that I love. And let me tell you, now that I am on the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, I feel like my love for reading has just like exploded out of me again. Like, I am thinking about the characters. I am just loving being back in that world. I am coming up with like all of these theories in my head about what's going to happen moving on with the series and how it like ties into her other series as well. And it just feels so good to like want to read again, because reading is my favorite hobby, and it was becoming so frustrating, really sad that I just like wasn't enjoying it anymore. But now that I'm rereading the series, I feel like it has definitely sparked my love for reading again, and I'm having so much fun with it. And it's crazy too, because I am picking up on so many different things, like little Easter eggs, little red flags, like little just pieces of the puzzle that my first time through while reading it totally went over my head and I didn't even notice. And now I'm reading it and I'm like, that's why that happened. Or I'm like, oh, I never noticed that before. And it's just been like a really fun experience. I'm going to conclude today's video here, so that way I can get started on finishing the edits for this video and then starting my edits for my Scotland vlog. So make sure that you all stay tuned for that. I'm so excited for you guys to see that video and see the footage from there. It was absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because I would love to see you again in all of my future content. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!